Hi, everybody. Here we go. So another book review today. Fiesta Fatal. All right, so here we go. Does every girl deserve to be treated as a princess for a day, or are there definite exceptions? If anyone deserves a disastrous quinceañera birthday party, it is the mean-spirited Vanessa Romero. Vanessa wants to impress everyone at her party, thus restoring her image with her classmates. If she only could fix her rocky relationship with her mom, things would be nearly perfect. Much to her surprise, when she puts on her extravagant dress for the party, she becomes a target rather than a princess for a day. Her dad's ill-fated undercover mission with the local drug cartel in the Mexican city of Morelia is about to make an appearance. Written by Myra Canyon, like the Grand Canyon. She's from Colorado. Fiesta Fatal. All right. So anyways, I am currently reading this with my Spanish 2 students, and for like the third year now. And I do read Tumba in Spanish 1. And Myra Canyon, she's wrote a lot of books like Tumba, Fiesta Fatal, Agentes Secretos, La Perezosa Impaciente, ¿qué más? La Capibara con Botas, okay? Piratas. Some other ones, Rebeldes de Texas or something like that. Other books too, right? So anyways, definitely, let's see. What should I tell you about this here? 140 vocab words and many, right? Unique words, 140. And then English, Spanish cognates are in here as well. There's 40 some odd pages, and not everything's a full page. Like right here, here's a picture of a street with many combis, like these little vans, transportation vans. And what else? That's what the page looks like. And everything's written in the past tense, so you're going to see the preterite and the imperfect in here for both. As far as the imperfect tense goes, you'll see like quería, tenía, era, right? Estaba, mainly, and that's about it. I think I saw corría in there, but mostly it's just tenía, era, and estaba. Vanessa era muy egoísta, sí, y su madre Julieta era muy simpática or something like that. No tenía una relación muy buena con su mamá, something like that, like descriptive stuff. El vestido era azul. I think, but just mainly basic description stuff in the imperfect tense. And then all the dialogues in the present tense, for the most part. Vanessa says to her mother, what are you doing? And the mom says, what are you doing? I don't know. In the present tense. That's not what they say. I'm just giving you an example. Vanessa is 15 years old, and her name is Julieta, and she's always named as such in the book. It's never like su madre. I think one time it's like su mama or twice. But for the rest of the novel, she's always referred to as her proper name, Julieta. Once you get that established with your kids, that Vanessa's the mom, Julieta's the mother, Jorge is the father, and he's not really in here towards the, well, no spoiler alert, but he was undercover as a detective, and what else? Then he gets, I guess the jig is up. He gets interrogated by the drug cartel because he was undercover as one of them, and now we don't know where he is at the moment. And so the setting is in Morelia, Michoacan, the city of Morelia, Michoacan, in the state of Michoacan in Mexico. And it actually, that's the setting of the story. So obviously you can bring in street views of Morelia. There's people who vlogged their travels, couples who just all they do is travel all the time. There's some people who have done this in quite decent video of Morelia, Michoacan, and what they're doing, what they're eating, where they're going, right? So to kind of give the students a little more, in depth of what Morelia, Michoacan looks like, or even plop the little guy in Google, for Street View, all right? Then the setting's there, but then obviously it doesn't stay in Morelia. Then they end up taking a bus, and they're making their way up to Ciudad Juarez, right, bordering with El Paso, Texas. So you can kind of know what's going to go on there. You might be able to incorporate some things that like little Vice News or YouTube channel Vice News documentaries, mini documentaries that have been done about the border and what goes on there and all this other stuff, right? You can incorporate that with Fiesta Fatal as well, right, while you're reading this. And obviously quinceañera, hello, right? Talk about quinceañera, show a documentary on quinceañera maybe. Quiero mis quinces, remember that show? They don't have that anymore, right? I'm trying to find all the episodes of Quiero mis quinces, wasn't it through HBO or something like that? And talking about, the dance, the dress, everything, all the mass, right? The shoes, switch out the shoes, all that stuff. in addition to reading Fiesta Fatal. Okay, it'd be great if this is your unit, but obviously it'd be a little more hard if you're cramming this in along with a textbook curriculum at the same time, which I do. So I do the best I can. Yeah. Oh, and I don't give out assignments for Fiesta, any novel I read for the most part. Some I do. It depends on how I feel for the day. But a lot of times we just want to read, to enjoy reading and getting input, right, in a nice, compelling way. I'll read a little bit, and then I stop and ask the class, hey, is her name Vanessa or Carolina? Vanessa. Okay, muy bien. How old is she, 15 or 14? They all tell me 15. Then I continue reading a little bit more, right? What's her mother's name, Julieta or Vanessa? And they all say Julieta, right? Where is she from? From Colombia or Mexico? And then you continue reading the book. Or you might say, then you can stop for a minute and say, hey, everybody raise your hand. Who's ever visited? ¿Quién has visitado alguna vez a Mexico? Get a show of hands. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, you can just read this straight through and answers, or, what I'm saying? Same like if you're doing story asking, except you're reading the novel with the students, if that makes sense. So you're giving them, you don't have to give them assignments on it. You're formatively assessing them right there and then as you're reading the book. Got it? I've been doing this for a long time. I've been reading class sets since 2006, going all the way back to Patricia Va, California. Remember that? Mi propio auto, my own car. Okay, that's how old I am. And that's how long I've been doing class sets. So anyways, I have 35 copies of this. I would recommend that you do that. I would recommend this book, Spanish 2. First week of school, second week of school, Spanish 2. First book, Fiesta Fatal. Right? Maybe the last book of Spanish 1. Silent Sustained Reading, second semester of Spanish 1. Put this in your library. All right? Spanish 2, Silent Sustained Reading, right off the bat in September. This is a choice for them to read if you want. So I'd recommend this. I like how Myra Canyon writes. Tumba was based on the Realidades textbook, right? So you see a lot of Realidades vocabulary in the novel Tumba. I start that off with my Spanish one, especially because I'm tied to Realidades. So in other words, I have 35 copies of Tumba, 35 copies of Fiesta Fatal, about 5 copies of the Capibara con Botas, about 5 copies of the Impaciente, La Perezosa Impaciente, about 5 copies of Agentes Secretos, 5 copies of Escape Cubano, The Cuban Escape, right? So I got those for Silent Sustained Reading. So I have a lot of Myra Canyon books. Not the upper ones, too, unless I start teaching Spanish 3 and 4. And then, of course, I'll maybe tap into Rebeldes Tejanos or something like that. All right, so hopefully that kind of gives you an idea. I told you all, there you go. I would recommend this, and I guess that's it. Stay tuned for next time for another book review, and there you go. Have a fabulous day. Happy second language acquisition and input and negotiation of meaning to all.